Smile please! Grüß Gott, my dear lovely people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Pater Sandesh Manuel, and today I want to share with you in this video about some lessons that we have learned from Mr. Corona, the king of viruses today. Also some things what we could probably do that could help us. But first, let's see the irony of this situation. We realize that the greatest nations, the powerful nations, are also sick and affected. No one is spared. The rich and the poor, all are sick. The politicians too are tested positive. So power and money doesn't play a role. We learn that we can survive without holidays. We see that the rich people are in fact less immune than the poor. We learn human beings, when prices are rising, are so opportunistic and despicable no matter their socio-economic position. We realize no bishop, no priest, no pujari, no imam, no mullah, no rabbi, no guru save the patients. They are also human beings. By the way, I am a priest, but I accept I'm a human being. And now we realize that oil is worthless in a society without consumption. We know and learn now how do animals feel in the zoo. We realize that the planet regenerates quickly without humans into play. We see that majority of people can work from home. Now we are surprised that we and the kids can survive without junk food. We learn we living in a hygienic life is not difficult. We realize and accept that only women are not supposed to know cooking. We also see and hear that there are a lot of good people in the world. We learn that if you build more schools, you have to construct less hospitals. Corona teaches how fragile our life is. We cannot always plan how we want it to be. We need to learn to live according to the greater plan and know that our human life is fragile. The media today is blah-blahing about Corona affecting the finance economy and the stock markets. Actually, who is affected by the situation? Not the rich, only the poor and the needy. The rich are only affected in terms of things like missing on their luxury holidays or their champagne, and they cannot have the dings booms of life. We realized some things during these Corona times. We realized in this Corona situation that wealth is no more important. The price of sanitizers, disinfection creams, toilet paper, gloves. Don't you want to wear your golden necklace or wear your golden watch or buy some more gold? No. You want to spare the money to buy toilet paper and some food, huh? What an irony. What are we humans worried about? I'm asking myself too. Now you know who your real friends are. We learn also it's difficult that we human beings, we cannot live alone. We need social interaction. But now social distancing is paining us. We have seen musicians started playing their music for free. We learn to give because we are gifted. We realize that health professionals are worth more than footballers. Goal! We all of a sudden started smiling at cleaners, policemen, doctors, nurses, and thank them, which we have rarely done in the past. I think the government should consider in paying a bit more salary to the doctors and nurses and cleaners and these simple people who are working and slogging for us today. How about the climate? Now we see the air is so clean across the world. And in Venice, canals turn blue, dolphins are swimming on the beaches, the sky is getting clear, a life without car, cruise ship, and air traffic, no pollution. People have started writing in the internet. My daughters and I spontaneously decided baking yummy things, and we in the kitchen are feeling so close to each other. Corona is bonding us. What a lovely situation. Another why I'm a kind of an introvert. I stay at home, but I've slowly started to go out. And the rule says stay in, you're going out. And he says, I have seeds on my hand and I feed the birds. And it's such a nice feeling that they come and eat from my hand. Donald Duck refers to coronavirus as China virus. Such a blödsinn, so a nonsense, so a racistic statement. I would like to call the coronavirus as an inspirational virus because it has inspired us to get back to our roots. Of course, I don't want the world to have corona, but we already have it. And I'm trying to see it positively. We need to ask a few questions today. The first question you need to ask yourself, if I allow this situation to bring me down, if I crib about it, worry, cry and nag about it, will things get better? Then you need to ask yourself, if you're disturbed by the situation, will this crisis be over? Of course, the answer is no. This is why experts say in times like these, people need to create little moments that would make them feel grateful. The study suggests that people low on positive emotions were 2.9 times more likely to contract a respiratory illness. Wunderbar. They say there is hope behind every dark cloud, which explains the optimism we are speaking about. And if you are sensitive to negative news, you should avoid them. This is our chance today. It is our own decision to control the number of hours we spend on our mobile phone. There are some things that we can do concretely during these times. We need to enjoy the simple things of life. It's easy to get caught up in this life, especially when you are living in a fast-paced one. Though we may not do it on purpose, we tend to take the little things of life for granted. And in this moment of the pandemic, simple activities such as jogging, going for a coffee, simply hanging out with your friends are now missed like anything. Even chores like grocery shopping and going to the bank freely are things we wish to do just like the time before the virus hit us. Having restrictions and losing the freedom to do everyday activities makes us realize how much they mean to us. So we should appreciate them as we look forward to the time when we can all enjoy the outdoors once again without worry. St. Francis of Assisi, he was the one who enjoyed the simple things of life because he led a very simple life. He saw the worm while walking on the street, and because he didn't want to stamp it, he gently picked it up and placed it in a place probably where it was less dangerous, that the worm would die under the foot of a stressful, busy person walking down the street without even looking on the ground. St. Francis saw brothers and sisters in his creation. He spoke to animals. Remember the story of the wolf of Gubbio? St. Francis enjoyed the breeze, the sound of the birds. Simple things were the greatest things for him. Slow down and take time for yourself. Despite the enforced lockdown and safety measures that have been implemented, there is a silver lining that lies amid the ocean of chaos. Being at home actually compels us to slow down for once and take time to think consciously. Think of how and what we spend our energy on. We start asking questions all of a sudden about life. We want to pick up a book that you've been wanting to read for years. Watch the movies on your bucket list. Find ways to catch up with your friends and set goals for ourselves. Beautiful, isn't it? We need to learn how to distinguish real news and fake news. Ever since news of COVID-19 broke out, there has been a continuous stream of updates on social media and news platforms. Facebook, WhatsApp, Insta are all being bombarded. Anyway, thanks to this digital age about getting this information, which has never been easier, but also along that comes unfiltered fake news that gets thrown into the mix of real information. Countless misleading and false messages are constantly being spread around. So being able to weed out what's true and what's not is crucial. Cherish your loved ones. These times highlights the value of time spent with the family and friends. With more time on your hands during the period of confinement, getting the opportunity to bond with them is precious. Whether you have conversations, do movie nights, or play board games, or simply hang out together, it makes you truly appreciate how fortunate you have them in your life. We are human beings. We are forgetting that. This video is a reminder for you and for me to get back to our basics, to get back to our roots, to return to that square one and to become what we are meant to be. Let's look at it positively. Let's not be lost that we lose ourselves. Let's use this time not to go outside, but rather let's try to go inside. Thank you guys for your patience and listening to me and trying to reflect on these times. Please do subscribe. Please do leave a like button. Please comment and let us also know what you feel about this situation. So till the next video, keep smiling and not have a nice day. Make a nice day. It's in your hands. Ciao, ciao.